welcome to Waste Not Wednesday with Jami Ray Vintage. Jami here. If you haven't hit, I can't even talk. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, make sure you do that, and notifications so you never miss a live. We go live every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Mountain Time with junk, and we show you how to make it awesome. We also have our lives on Saturday nights at 8:30 Mountain Time, and then tons of DIY and vlogs on how to farmhouse, remodel, redecorate, anything to do with DIY. That's all us. So welcome. When you come on, say hello, let us know where you're from, and we'll get started on what we're working on.
So we picked up this window, was it Tuesday? Monday?
Monday.
Not yesterday, Monday. And it's got the fun glass in there, but we're going to do a little bit of repurposing with it. We're going to use some DIY paint to stencil the glass on here and make kind of like a fun Christmas, almost like a sign.
Well, we needed to make some Christmas signs, and Zeb is way busy and does not have time to frame anything. So I thought we'll get some old windows, turn those into signs, and then all we have to do is hang them up. Would you grab me whichever color we're not going to use, because I need something to hold my phone up so I can make comments.
Here, that white swan's
Morning from crappy California. What's going on in crappy California?
I love California.
That was from Debbie B. We've got Indiana, North Carolina, Miami. Good morning, team. All right, so I'm going to be using the little D. If you guys have not been to JamiRayVintage.com recently, you have not seen that these brushes are out. We also have the new turquoise iris brushes, the new wall paint brushes, the new curved brush for detail work. But this one is special. If you guys have watched me use the Dusty, it goes really well on flat surfaces, but this is made so it fits, it's a little bit smaller, fits inside the sample and the pint jars. I use quartz mostly because, let's be honest, I use a lot of DIY paint, but every now and then I gotta get into a sample, so a little D is nice. If you're new to our channel, you might not know that when we use our DIY paint or sweet pickings, that they're all natural, no prep required, and they stick to almost anything. Love the Dusty, Rachel Hicks says. If you love the Dusty, you'll love the little D, especially if you ever use pints and sample jars.
All right, it's ready.
Okay.
Start putting some black paint. We're using DIY and Little Black Dress as our backdrop. This is the back,
yeah, because I want the hinges on the front.
Yep.
So I'm going to be using a white paint to stencil the front. So I'm going to make the back black. And you could just paint it and then stencil right over the back. But I like to paint one side and then stencil the other, because then you can always wash off the paint or at a later date if you want to, and change it into something else.
Well, and the nice thing about painting this on the back side and then stenciling on the front is we can finish this project while we're live. We don't have to wait for it to dry. And if it needs another coat later because it's a little see-through with one coat, which doesn't look like it's going to be a problem with this little black dress, you can just flip it over and paint that side again.
Absolutely. And what I will do on the back is I will seal it once it's all dry, but I won't seal the front. And the reason being is the front, then like I said, you can take, well, first of all, it'd make the glass weird colors, but, or weird sheen, but also so that way if somebody wanted to change it up later, they could just use like a razor blade, take the paint off, and then redo the front, and then you still got the black backdrop. These windows were free 99, meaning they were free. They were pretty crusty because they had been outside for a very long time.
They've been living under an old, I think it's a box elder tree is what it was, but they drop a lot of leaves and seeds and things, and it had been caked up on there with the dirt and the dust and the snow, and they were special.
We have a ton of windows, so if you're coming to our grand opening and you want to buy a window, we will have some for sale. Cute Kathy was out there yesterday with a scrub brush cleaning all the salvage, so our back porch out here is going to be all salvage, like chippy doors, windows. I'm excited about that.
All right, so that's one coat of the DIY paint in Little Black Dress. We didn't mask off or anything because it's the back, and you can see there are a couple little peekaboos with the sun shining through.
So we will come back, and anywhere where it's not 100% coverage, we'll cover that up, but it won't take much.
Yeah, it'll be pretty quick. All right, so
let me just see if we've got any questions. Caitlin, drop the link in the live chat for the little D, and if you're watching the replay, we'll put that in the description box.
Okay, so now we got to figure out our layout. What stencils did you want to use? I think we're going to use some stamps and some stencils.
I think I already had them laid out. So we're going to start with the Christmas tree truck first.
This one.
Yeah, so that one's gonna go first, and then we're gonna put some trees across there. I'm wondering, should we like
Put it down on the bottom.
Oh,
I think centered is
let's
good.
center that on there. Do you
We
have
could
the
put
tape?
some trees, like a tree line down below. I thought I had tape, but now I don't know where I set it, getting everything ready, so we might just have to hold it. Give me just a second, answer some questions.
Okay, so Caitlin says, are they gonna get the foundation poured before winter sets in? We just got permits approved for the structural part of
I'm going to pay for them today.
Yeah, for the addition. So we've actually got to put some more structural stuff in because we ripped so much stuff out. And we are going to be simultaneously tearing down the addition, and then we'll go ahead and get the cement poured. We're actually going to hire that out because we've gotten a little bit behind, and that'll help speed things up. So we're excited about that. And they do pour foundations in the winter here. They just add some additives. You can pour like year round here.
Yeah, they use some chemical stuff to help it not freeze or dry too quickly or whatever, I don't know.
Okay, so be careful with razor blades on old glass. It is softer than modern glass and will scratch. That is true. You have to be careful, always at an angle. And honestly, you could probably just use soap and water and a little like super fine steel wool or a scrubber because I'm not going to seal it. So you could get it off probably that way. Let's see if there's anything
We took
else
all of
here.
our stencil brushes home, so I'm having to hunt them down. Oh, I found the tape.
You found the tape and the stencil brush? If you guys haven't checked it out, we also have the new Paint Pixie JRB stencil brushes, which is exciting. You can do multiple colors. Do we want to do all in black, or do we want to like put the tree in green?
You know, we've got this fun black backdrop. Let's do some color.
Okay, so let's do the words in white,
Okay.
and then we can do the truck. I don't know.
Do we want to do just the tree green and then maybe the truck red? Can we mix it up that much?
Sure. The tree green, the truck. Well, we could do green and red
And
here.
we can do the berries red.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
We'll get. I'm gonna need. Can you go grab me the carnival red? Works really good.
Okay.
And then probably
Aviary?
aviary for the green.
Okay. How
Yeah,
about salty
so-
kiss? I like salty kiss. We don't have
Salty
much
kiss
of
would be
it.
good. So once we get past this grand opening that happens Saturday, next week, we'll be back at the house, and I'm gonna be just as fast as I can getting that done because we want to try to get the kitchen in and the floors done and the shiplap up so that Jami can decorate for Christmas. So I got like 3 or 4 weeks to knock all that out.
We won't be living in the farmhouse, but we're planning on having Christmas at the farmhouse. So when the kids get up Christmas morning, we're gonna go over to the farmhouse and have Christmas all decked out, set up over there. So that'll be fun.
We may have to do some decorating at the other house
Well,
if
there's
I
gonna
don't
be
get it done
decorating
in
everywhere.
time, but you know.
All right. Do you want to give me the little one, and I'll start doing the letters in white?
You know, I messed up. We should have done, let me go grab another stencil brush. We should have done the little brush. I'll carefully do the truck in red.
You've did messed up.
Here we go. We've got a little C that'll work. I think this will work okay. Just be careful not to go over the top.
Oh, somebody got their products all the way in Scotland from us. She said it was quick considering it had to go to Scotland. We actually, our shipping times are much improved because DIY paint is not backed up the way that they were. And we ordered like 8 times more paint than we used to carry because we don't ever want to be in that situation again.
Because Jami was having.
I was having heart failure and panic attacks, so trust me, when DIY wasn't getting their paint to us and you guys were antsy to get your paint, I was having panic attacks. So I reordered. I'm like, Caitlin, order 3 times more than we normally do, and we'll just keep it on hand should it ever happen again.
Well, we go through it enough. The paint doesn't get old, and I've never
Oh,
seen
no.
a can of DIY paint go bad anyway.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna stencil with you. Hopefully I don't mess it up.
We might, because we're going so thin, have to do 2 coats.
Yeah, but it's better to go thin than to do too juicy.
I'm just using this tape to mask off where the stencil portion gets thin there so that I don't go over accidentally onto the tree. And I might come back through. I was thinking of leaving the tires black, but then I feel like you lose them. So I might leave the tires red.
Oh, I was gonna do the tires white.
We can do the tires white.
Would that be
We'll go
better?
back over. Well, I already got them red, so it might make them be pink.
Yeah, they're red. We're committed now. Okay, let's see. Rachel Hicks says, just ordered the JRB stencil brush and a sample of Apothecary. Hope it's here when I return from Gettysburg on a Junkin trip. Junkin trip? That sounds like fun.
We're gonna hopefully take a couple of those in the spring. That's the plan.
Says, hometown to hometown says, Christmas at the farmhouse sounds like fun. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. Plus, I can get things all set up and I don't have to wait till super late at night.
Yeah, like we can set up for Christmas and get all ready to go, and I don't have to be up until 3 a.m.
You can hide all the Christmas presents at the farmhouse.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
We'll see if it happens, because we got to get stuff
Well,
approved.
originally we said 6 months, which would have been January, and now we're looking at February, so we're only like a month behind. And maybe we can get caught up. You know, you are Superman.
I do have to sleep sometimes.
Yeah, at least 4 hours a night, solid. You're not your dad. My father-in-law is a nutcase when it comes to not sleeping, and then it catches up to him.
He gets going on a project and he doesn't stop.
Until he does stop, because his body's like, no more. Oh, we got a new channel member. Police 123 CD. Okay, so you guys, Caitlin, watch in channel membership. Caitlin is getting the printables up for this month. They'll be in community for channel members.
I got the pictures all edited and brightened up, and they pop real nice, and they're fun pictures. And then next Tuesday, I'm gonna try to decoupage some stuff with those pictures. Since we didn't actually do like watercolor stuff, they're pictures that, it's one of Jamie's favorite shots from France and one of my favorite shots from France.
And because we were so late in the month getting you the printable, we didn't just do one printable, we did 2 because we love you. That sounded like such a big commercial. All right. So my local place had one of those barrels like in the back right, so cute, but it was like $22. You guys think that's too much? So I actually paid $30 for this. Which is probably a little bit much, but I absolutely love it and I want to do some stuff for Christmas in it. And every now and then I'll spend a little bit more on something just because I want it for like staging my store. And then my profit margin won't be as much on the actual item itself. But yeah, if you really love it, I think $22 is fine.
I'm having to grab more stencil brushes because we're doing all these different colors. You can do this with one stencil brush, you just have to wash in between.
So Debbie said, I haven't printed the printables yet as being a member. What do you recommend paper-wise? So we use matte cardstock usually, and we have them printed. We don't have a laser color printer, so if we want them printed in color, we just have them printed at the print store. It's much less expensive if you're just doing a few prints a month. If you're doing a lot of prints, you might want to look into buying a laser printer, but that's an investment about $300-ish. We have a black laser printer that was like $85. All right, I'm gonna do these words down here.
Yeah, I just go, when I get them, I just go down to FedEx.
Sharon Robinson, so if you tried to use PayPal this morning on our website, PayPal was not working. It was a glitch all across Shopify. So I'm sorry that you had that struggle. Go ahead and try to order again. If you have any problems, email Caitlin and she'll help take care of you. We got a notification on our Shopify this morning telling us that PayPal was having a struggle, and we connected with PayPal. PayPal said it was fine. It was actually just PayPal and Shopify not talking to each other. And we just had a PayPal order come through about an hour before we went live. So as far as we know, it's been fixed. Technology sometimes is not our friends. But if you have any more problems, Caitlin can always just get what you want and email you an invoice.
I gotta go wash this little brush. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I needed the little brush.
We will always make sure you can get your orders through caitlinsthebomb.com. Okay. Seal it after, or do you? So I'm not going to be sealing the front side of this, so it'll be you'll only be able to dust it, but we will seal the back because the back tends to get scratched because it's not got the lip, this big huge lip that's right here that protects this. So I will seal the back. The front will not be sealed because then you lose the shine on the glass. And then if anybody wants to change the front, they can't. But if we do it like this, it'll be fine to dry dust and spot clean. But then if they want to take it off, it'll be much easier to take off since it's not sealed. Another option is if you take your paint and you mix in some Big Top or liquid patina into the paint, maybe like 25% of the top coat to the paint, you can that'll put a sealer in with the paint, and then it would be a little bit more permanent. And I thought about doing that, but wasn't organized enough to get that mix this morning.
I'm gonna bring the camera in close so you guys can see what we're doing.
Okay. If I wasn't talking, I'd be done already.
Well, and mixing the different colors it takes a little longer, but.
Do you have to wipe most of the white wax, or can you leave it heavy on an item? It is a stone pot, as long as it's not waxy feeling. Like you don't want like crust, like sticky.
It'll definitely take a little longer to cure up.
Yeah. So just wipe off enough so it's not too waxy feeling. You can. When I did those candlesticks that we did with the bees, I put a ton of white wax on there because I liked the way it looked, but the wood was raw, so it soaked it up. So if you're doing something in stone, you're probably okay because it's pretty porous and it'll soak that wax right up.
Here, trade me.
Okay, what am I doing? The tree?
The tree.
Okay.
So we don't have to reach over each
But
other.
I don't have. I'm still gonna have to reach over to you because the paint's
I'm bringing it to you.
Oh, give me the paint. I've been just scraping it off the side instead of offloading, and it's been fine.
Okay.
Okay. So our grand opening is this Saturday. Tell them how much we've done to get ready for it.
Well, we've done quite a few things as far as shopping goes, but now we got to get all the stuff fixed back up and put together.
I have 1,003 projects that I have done 0 things with. Zeb's been like a crazy guy in the garage.
Oh, I'll show you what I've been building. I have some of it with me here. We did not find, we were looking for antique cutting boards in France, and we didn't find any that were for sale, not a single one, or we would have probably bought it. So I came home and we did see quite a few there, they just weren't for sale. And I've been trying to recreate some of the things we saw. So I will show you that in just a minute.
Well, you can show them that and I'll continue to work on this.
Well, I wanted to give them the reveal while we got the camera down.
Oh, okay.
So we'll pull.
This needs to dry a second.
Oh,
so
we need to do a second coat?
Yeah, let's let that dry. We'll show them your cutting board. Then we'll come back in and second coat this. We're also going to be doing a window with IOD stamps. So we've got that going on. Oh, Sue Dalabout, thank you, new member. Woo woo! We love channel members. We actually just did a live video yesterday with all the nitty gritty, like what the best ways to find deals are, thrifting and flea marketing, all the behind the scenes stuff. So if you're a new channel member or an old channel member, make sure you hit up community and find that link because it's a good one. All right, you want me to move
Yeah,
this?
I'll just come close.
Okay.
All right, so these here are made out of maple. We've got a specialty hardwood store that I can go get lumber from, and I got a bunch of maple. And so this is raw. This is what they look like before any finish or anything like that. They're kind of uneven. We might even put like knife cuts on them to really kind of age them. Most people aren't going to be using these for actual cutting boards. They'll be for decor, but they are usable. We've used food safe mineral oil. This one's just been mineral oiled. It's a little bit bigger. This is a 12-inch one. And then we've also got these that we got nice and gray and aged. We used still wool and vinegar and then wiped that off, and then I'll oil them. They haven't been oiled yet, so they'll probably get a little darker when I oil them. But been having fun playing back in the garage. It's always fun to create new stuff that I've never tried before. And I left them a little rustic because I noticed on the ones that were authentic, they have gaps and highs and lows, and they've got all kinds of wear from being chopped on. So I left them pretty rough and just smoothed them out so that they're smooth to the touch and not splintering.
We also have another new member, Megan Stevens. Welcome, Megan.
And then here's another one, just a little bit different.
They say the cutting boards are gorgeous. She
So
hasn't even shown you the big ones yet.
So I have two at home that are round that I made last night that are 22 inches across. These are 12. The other ones are 22 inches wide, so almost double. So they're gonna be cool. We'll get those done up today.
We need to design one that's as big as it can be and still fit in a large suitcase.
So these are made with old beams we took out of the ceiling from the farmhouse.
These are my favorite.
These ones are cool. These ones have already been oiled, and I'll show you a couple that haven't been. But you can see they're pretty big. And they're usable. I've sanded them really, really well. I took a wire brush to them, cleaned everything off, and then I scrubbed them with dish soap and then sealed them with oil. So, I mean, probably most people are going to use them as like a centerpiece on their table or put some cheese or something on there. But it's
cool because this is Waste Not Wednesday, and these were made from old boards that we took out. Where are they from? Out of the ceiling of the farmhouse?
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna have to keep at least one of these.
And then these ones here.
These are the big Mac Daddies.
These ones are 36 inches long.
They don't even fit in the screen.
They could be used for a centerpiece too. They have not been oiled yet. So I've still got to oil these. It takes quite a bit of oil. This old wood just sucks oil up. But
Yeah.
I've
These have all been scrubbed and cleaned and sanitized, and then we use food safe oil, so you can use them with food. Most people, though, generally, because these are a little bit more expensive, most people just use them for display. Oh, thank you, Cindy. She can't come to the grand opening.
Super chat. Oh, I thought
you for
she
the
was
super
coming. I was
chat.
excited to meet
We're
her.
all excited. I have your Chihuahua Taco Bell dog. Maybe I'll have to ship that to
That's
you.
all right. Next time,
All right.
Cindy. But anyway, so that's what I've been working on, and a bunch of candlesticks. I got like 20 candlesticks that I turned that are all unique designs. None of them are the same, and you can't get them on the website. You can only get them here in the shop. So, all right, are we ready? I think we're ready to put round 2 of paint on.
These need to dry a little bit more, so let's go. The other windows started, and
Oh, you want to stamp it?
yeah, let's do the stamped one.
Okay.
So we're showing you Stencil. We'll
Oh,
let this. Oh, did you touch
I touched
that?
the black. I forgot the paint on the back was not dry.
Now it's gonna be streaky.
All right, don't mess with it.
All right, here we go.
We'll
Just let it
just
dry.
we'll paint it again.
We'll fix it in a minute. It's just paint. There's some paper towels there if you need it.
Yeah.
So the next window that we're gonna be doing now, that's gonna dry. We'll bring it back and finish it here in a little bit. Is we're gonna be using IOD stamps on it because can't always stencil everything. So hopefully the stamps.
Which side do you want to be the front on this one?
The part with the hardware, the white.
Okay,
so we need to paint the back black. And then also Zeb, we need to get a brayer out because we're not gonna. Are we gonna use ink?
I was just gonna use paint
Or
for
we use
the
paint?
on the glass.
No ink?
We can do
We
what
can
you want.
use the-
I don't think the ink will.
I don't think we have any extra ink pads, so get a
Yeah.
brayer. We'll use.
Well, all the ink pads are at home unless we brought them back.
Nope, they're at home. So we'll use. So we're gonna do a black background on this one too, or you want to do a white background with black?
I
paint?
would just go black because it makes everything really pop and stand out.
Okay. You're the boss.
That's not true.
Everybody knows you're the boss. These could also be used as serving platters. Yes, they could. The big long ones are made more as like a big serving platter. You can put bread on them or whatever. We just haven't been able to source them locally, and when we find them, they're like super expensive. So just figured this would be a good way to get them. And people out here like love these types of things because we don't have access to them, so they're kind of rare.
I've had a lot of fun making them and figuring out how to get them to look old and how I want them to. So it's been a fun project.
Sebsy, we even have a video on how to make a dough bowl. If you guys haven't seen that one, if you've ever wanted a big dough bowl, we've got a DIY on that. If he has time, I would love him to make some for the grand opening.
I got to get that table built
Oh
first.
yeah, we have a big farm table coming up. Okay, we're putting a big table on the back porch, and then some benches, right?
What? I didn't know about the benches. We might just have to get some folding chairs.
Folding chairs. We'll just go to the DI and buy some chairs. Okay. So we got that
Alright.
black started. All
Okay,
right.
now-
Where's the brayer? Okay.
I have the brayer here.
You need
We've got-
another. You need another pad to put the paint on because
I might, yep.
it's kind of a
Let me
hot
get
mess
some
sitting
lids
here.
on these.
Boom, babies. All right, so you can use ink or paint on your IOD stamps. Ink is going to give you a more crisp image. Paint is going to look more hand painted, and because we don't have our ink pads, it's Paint City today. And we're going to be using DIY's White Swan, a brayer, and the IOD
This is the wreath builder.
wreath builder and the
Typesetting.
typesetting stamps. So all of that you can pick up at JamiRayVintage.com or at Plant Bar AZ in Arizona or the Lehigh shop.
I'm thinking this one here.
But we got to pour paint out. So where are you going to pour the paint out?
Give me just a sec.
Are we going to pour it on the...
It's coming.
No,
There
I
we
was
go.
just thinking we could... I think that might be too big.
No, I think we can get.
No, let me check it out first. Check it out first.
Look, we'll start down here.
That's
You're-
too big for a circle.
All right. All right, we'll go with the small. I really like that one because I felt like the
I
leaves
know.
on it were the right ones.
Well, they're kind of weedy, which is more like a fall.
What do you think? This one here?
Try that one. Let's see if
That one
one's
might
too
be
big.
too big too.
Good, try it out. Any idea of what to add to a wood screen door besides chicken wire? So is the screen missing? If the screen is missing, you can always just put, you could replace it with glass and make it into a mirror with mirror spray, or
That one will
that
work.
would work. Or you can also use wood and use like chalkboard paint, or I use Little Black Dress to make chalkboards, and you can make it into a chalkboard.
Okay, I'm gonna go run get them wrapped again real quick. What color do you want the wreath to be?
White's one.
Okay.
Well, we could put it maybe here. Can you fit it on this side of this map? Sorry, we got another map. Would it work by putting the stencil inside the window, letting it dry, then painting over it? Yeah, you could paint black on the front and then stencil over the top of it as long as the base was dry. I just like to have a little bit of the window shine. So.
All right, hit me up with that beadboard. Is that beadboard or white swan?
Could you do me a favor though? Would you pass me a paper towel? I'm just gonna dry dust this.
Okay.
This is not beadboard, is it?
I think it's beadboard.
I lied. We're not using white swan. We're gonna use beadboard. Here's beadboard.
I got beadboard out because the white swan we only had quartz.
You're going rogue. Well, I always need quarts of white swan. Never open a pint. All right. Thank goodness Kathy cleaned all these. This one had like a gallon of dust, grossness on it. Okay,
You took the brayer.
you can have it back. So when you're using a brayer, you're just gonna roll the paint on, and then you're gonna roll it on your stamp. You can also use a brayer with ink. If you don't have an ink pad or you don't want to buy an ink pad, you can put a little bit of ink on a mat and then roll the ink and then roll it on your stamp too.
So you're gonna get the crispest, the most crisp image.
Oh, so they said you could put a wreath on the top if you made this the top. However, the thing is that this is going to have a wreath on it. So we're gonna make it that the bottom.
Okay, so you gotta kind of work fast with your DIY paint on here.
Yeah, you have more open time with.
I might have to take this off the flexible mount.
Just don't shift.
I didn't do any shifting. Yeah, I'm gonna take that off and freestyle as the.
But that looks good. Yeah, nobody's gonna want to put a
sisters.
wreath on this because we're going to have the wreath is gonna be stamped on here.
So I'm using my pad over here. I don't know if you can see it very well.
These are just from IKEA. You get 2 for $2, I think.
And I'm getting the paint thinned out and then nice and even on the brayer. And then I just roll on. Once I feel like I've got pretty good coverage on there, I'm pretty quick to go over to the window. Oh, this could get tricky.
If I scoot this closer to you, it might make your life easier.
Might have to.
You've got this. Commit.
It's definitely easier with that mount. We'll see if we can get a circle. If not, the beauty of this is we can just wipe this off. But the mount was interfering with.
No, another option is instead of doing.
We're gonna get a little ovally, I think. I might have to overlap like right
Oh, I
there.
think that'd be okay.
Okay.
I like that. I haven't used stamps in a while. I love this stamp.
We should have maybe gone one smaller.
But I like this one.
Okay.
Maybe we'll put some stamps with the stenciled one. You can mix stamps and stencils. There's no rule that says you can only do one. So Deanna says, I have like 10 windows I need to do, but instead I'm watching you guys. This is definitely a better use of my time. I wouldn't even have a booth if it wasn't for you guys. Aw, thanks Deanna. Hopefully you still love us even after having a booth.
Sometimes you gotta take a break and just like watch some YouTube though. I do that probably twice a day.
We take breaks. You gotta give yourself a break so that way you don't wear out. April says, LOL, true, I didn't know you were stamping a wreath. All right. It's so good. You could also use the erasable ink and then it would come off super easy from the window if you didn't use paint. The paint's a little bit more difficult to get off, but if you don't seal it, you can get it off with soap and water and a little razor blade action. So. But I like this one, Jamie says, LOL, gotta love you. Did you guys see my shirt? It says, let's get cozy. I recently went to the Walmart to buy bleach and a hose. They didn't have a hose.
It's hard to find a hose this time of year.
They did have bleach and denture cleaner, which is what I'm using to clean all those bottles we picked up last week. But I also found this shirt that says, let's get cozy. And then I have another one that says like the queen of napping or something. I don't remember. But I was like, napping queen, that's what it says.
This is the time of year where even though Jami probably has about 50 sweaters / hoodies, she still buys every one she can find because she'll be out and about. She'll be like, oh, it's cold.
It's cold. I also got some new pajama pants at the Walmart, so I was very excited about that. I don't go into Walmart that often, so every now and then I get in there and I'm like, ooh, they've got new stuff.
And it's only $12.
It was only $9.95.
Oh, wow.
I know.
I like that price point.
Harbor Freight sells water hoses all year round. I actually picked one up at Tractor Supply right across the street. They had like 3 or 4 left. We needed the hose because Kathy was coming. She comes in on Tuesdays when we're closed, and she gets the shop ready and does projects for me. Her project yesterday was hosing off and scrubbing down like 30 windows and a few doors.
So I had to overlap a couple of the stamps, but we got mostly round. It's got a little bit of organic action happening over here. Don't touch the back.
I stinking love that.
But that DIY paint went really well, and we actually got quite a bit of detail on the glass.
I love it.
You see my organic, not quite complete circle.
What are we gonna make it say?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I like Noel. It's like my favorite thing, but I feel like I almost overused that one.
Oh, someone rang the door.
Let me ring the doorbell. I'll go check the door. I'm coming!
Like, you gotta wait, we're not open yet.
Okay, one.
She's gonna leave me here. You wanted to say Noel?
Sure.
Okay. Jean is coming to open the shop, and she doesn't show up until about 10:45 because we open it on 11. We open at 11, so she's not quite here yet. All right, so now I have the typesetting stamps, and they come in upper and lowercase, and they have all the numbers, 0 through 9, so you can make all the things. Let's see if I can make this say Noel. There's probably someone delivering something, if I had to guess. FedEx, bringing you goodies.
Always. I think it's merchandise. I'm wondering if it's stuff I ordered for me and Karen. So I'm gonna open it and see.
So when you're laying out with stamps, you can just set it where you want it to be, upside down.
Oh, they said Joy. I like Joy too, but Joy is.
We need something a little bigger.
Yeah, we need one extra letter. Hold on.
So you just set it how you want your word to be, and then you can pick it up with this flexible mount, and I'll show you that in just a second.
I can't take like credit for this because I'm pretty sure I saw the IOD sisters do windows, although they didn't paint the back black. They left them clear. I like to paint the back because it really makes it pop. Hold on. Debbie's probably not even watching this, so I can open her merch because she was up till 2 a.m. Christmasing her store. Her exact words were she's Christmasing the crap out of her store. Oh, it is. So, you guys want to see what I bought for Debbie and Karen? They haven't been out here yet.
All right, so I'm just picking these up.
Well, this looks big. Well, Debbie will be cozy. Look, I love junk sweatshirts with the Jami Ray vintage on the arm. These are heavier weight than the last one. I might have to get me some of these. I don't even think these are on the website. Caitlin, I really like these, so if you're watching, can you add this merch to the website? So this is the black, and then it's got the Jami Ray vintage on the side. And then they both like to work out at Orange Theory, and Debbie and I are actually going together to work out. So, of course, I had to get them their very own Jami Ray vintage I Love Junk tanks. So I'm excited. All right. Got here just in time. We got a bunch of other merch the other day, and I've been anxiously waiting for this.
Jami,
What?
I have a question.
You have a question.
So I'm thinking of putting the Noel up high, and then using the Wise Men Still Seek Him stencil, but not put the Wise Men Still Seek Him. I'll just put the Wise Men and the star down below here in the
I
rear.
actually kind of like if you just put that.
Not the Noel?
Well, let me see. What are my other options? What are my other religious options here?
Hang on.
Or non-religious? I'm good with Christmas either way. I never thought about mixing it up like that. Nope, that's too Santa-y. This one's kind of cool, the Merry Christmas.
You also have, you could do like signage, like the old-fashioned hot cocoa.
Sorry, guys.
I got her brain going here. Now it's gonna be a minute.
What about, oh, come let us adore him? Nope, that's too small. This one's actually pretty good sized. What do you think?
You want to just do the stencil?
Well, we could do, let's do the stencil in here and then put the Noel. I like that font, so let's mix and match. You're right. Let's do what you said.
Okay.
So let's
stencil
first, yeah.
And you want to just keep it white?
Caitlin says she'll put those up after she gets her kids. Thanks, Caitlin. You're the best. And also remind me to order myself one because those are cute. And Carly needs one. One of my daughter's best friends has a birthday coming up, and Carly, all she wanted for her birthday was a Jami Ray vintage hoodie.
Her favorite thing to do is read the comments on our videos and see if people like. She likes the people that say the mean comments, so that's like her favorite thing to do.
I know. I'm like, thanks, Carly. You like when people mean, because this was kind of running into that. Okay. Are you gonna do this bottom part? I think
I'm just doing the wise men and the star.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is why I've got the little brush out.
We could tape it, but instead I'll just hold it for you.
Yeah, it'll work. It's gonna be quick.
I'll look at comments.
Yeah, we haven't been looking at comments for a long time, so you might, here, I got this. You can look at comments with both
Does it
hands.
work to stencil on uneven barnwood? Yeah. Yeah, you could just tape down where you need it and then tape it down somewhere else. You can make it work. Do a little bit at a time. But
so these stencils are really thick, so they work really well on all kinds of stuff. Were you gonna say that?
Yes. I don't know what I was gonna say. I forgot. You can interrupt me. I interrupt you all the time.
It happens. You know, we spend so much time together. We tell all the same stories and do things a lot the same.
We laugh at the same jokes and we order the same food at restaurants. It's just the way life is. Oh, look, Jean's here. I love Jean. If you don't know, Jean's one of our employees. If you come on Saturday to the grand opening, you'll get to meet her.
Should I do the star white or should we do that like a yellow?
No, do white.
Okay. Going monochromatic on this one?
You know me. My whole new house is, everything's like monochromatic.
It's white and black.
White
But
and
there
black.
will be color, like the copper's gonna really stand out against the tile backsplash.
All right.
Okay, lift it carefully.
Okay. Oh, you had some bleed through.
That's all right, I'll fix it later.
We'll just fix it with a razor blade. Oh, let's not get white off it.
Okay, now we need to brayer out this
I don't know.
Noel.
I'm not sold on this situation, but we'll see.
Wait till I should have moved it over farther. Maybe we'll have to wipe it off and try again.
All right.
It's not quite centered, which that's okay. You know, asymmetrical design is fun.
Speak for yourself.
Hi, Jean.
Hello.
We're live on YouTube.
Awesome.
I left some stuff on that front desk if you want to throw it in the back before we open. I forgot to get it.
Okay.
Love your antique shop too. I'm from Michigan. If I live close, it comes to the grand opening. Oh, they said, oh, holy night.
And do we have one of those?
No, we can make it say that.
Oh.
Maybe we will. We'll see what that looks like. Yeah, I like oh, holy night.
Okay, let me wipe it off. Hang on.
Oops.
Here,
There's wet wipes underneath the, here, give me that real
do
quick.
a paper towel.
I know, but there's wet wipes underneath the bathroom sink. If you ever come to use our bathroom and you need a wet wipe, they're underneath the sink. You guys, I got the best ideas ever, so we gotta switch out the Noel for the old holy night. Okay, almost there. That's one of the things I love about the IOD stamps and even the stencils is you can kind of mix and match them and make them look how you want them. They need some ground. We need some ground under the wise men. Well, we do have ground, so we could always add that, but I'm not sure. I'm not sold on the ground yet. So, oh, holy, and then night here, and then night here. So, oh,
Can we
holy.
fit that?
I don't know. Maybe not. Good luck. Here, give me the O and I'll wipe it off. And the N. Where'd the wet wipe go?
They're right here.
The white and black is so chic with that French copper. It's going to be a knockout. Thank you. I'm excited. And I'm probably going to have a lot more copper. I'm finding it everywhere now. It's like funny when you start looking for something, then you start seeing it places where you didn't really notice it before. We used to buy wet wipes because we had kids in diapers. Now we buy wet wipes so we can craft.
They are super handy.
I'm so glad. Like, we haven't had to buy diapers in like 3.5 years. Oh, you got low battery.
Low
And it
battery?
paused us.
Did it pause us?
It pauses when it says that. We're back. Sorry. We have low battery.
The battery's not low. That's ridiculous. Charged it all night.
Well, it said you had low battery. We're at 1040, so hopefully we make it to 11.
That's got
Okay.
20%. Just be aware that if we go, love you guys.
So, I guess apparently we are putting that at the top because the way. Well,
It's part of my master plan.
I see what you're doing. All right, we got O. Holy.
You need an H on O.
What? Yeah. No, it's not O. It's just O.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's O.
I can't Google it. My phone is on there.
I promise you, it's O and then holy.
I'm going to use the Q as a placeholder so I know how to space it.
Will it fit?
You might have to get a little closer.
I don't know. We'll see. Okay. So let's move that down just a little bit.
Oh, you got to get night, like right here.
I know, but move that down like a little bit this way.
Okay.
So we can scooch that over a little. Because that leaf's not in the way.
That works.
Yeah, because then we can have more space.
Alright, I think I'm going to bring them close again.
Alright, Zeb's going to move the camera so you guys can see. Yeah, they said yes, it's just an O. So it does fit, and don't worry, the Q is just a placeholder, so we know where to put the O later. We actually have 2 alphabet sets, Zeb.
But not here.
Yep, we do. I just had them. Where did you put them? I had both of them piled right here. Did you move them?
Oh, is it that?
Yeah. Whoop! There goes my phone. Into the paint. I got too excited. Here's it. We have 2 O's. Boom, baby.
So we had a shop set before for doing crafts, then we had a set for at home.
Don't worry, just a little.
And now we have 2 shop sets.
Just a little salty kiss on my.
Well, that makes that
$1,600
easy.
phone. Yeah,
Okay.
that's one of the things about being a retailer is that sometimes you get to get multiples of things. Okay. They said do lowercase. Lowercase IOD would be cute too, but then I feel like it would be kind of off. It's got weird water spots. Here, pull that off. Actually, you know what you can do? No, I'll get it wet and then I'll dry it with this.
Okay.
You lay it out, pick it up, I'll clean it, and then you can go. I have a little window cleaner right here, actually. Never underestimate the power of the dollar store window cleaner. I actually didn't buy it, Molly did. I used to tease her about the dollar store cleaners, but they really do work. Can we use a smaller alphabet? We could use lowercase. We can take that star off and move it. I think we might need to.
No, I think we can get an H right there.
Oh, you want
But you want to move it just so it's messy anyway, so let's wipe it off and move it.
Okay, yeah. All right, pick that up. Yeah, you can scoot that over. Is that lined up?
I don't know if my mat is going to be big enough to pick up all of these at once.
Well, we can use 2 mats. You can use 1 mat for the top and 1 mat for the bottom.
Well, we'll see. Oh,
No.
the answer is yes.
The wide is not gonna. The wide's not gonna pick up. And the mat's not crisp. It's crooked.
Did it make it crooked?
No, like the mat itself was crooked.
Oh, that's okay. I don't worry about that. I looked through it. But the H is crooked.
All right.
Hold your horses.
We're getting there. Moving the star will balance it better. Yeah, we're gonna. There you go. Now you're cooking with peanut oil. You know, when we started dating 20 years ago, I didn't know that I was going to get a stamper for a husband.
I did a lot of crafting with my mom, so you know, it all comes kind of naturally.
Full circle. Is it sticking to the window?
Yes, the window's so clean, they're sticking to the window.
Well, it's probably because it's wet. The window is wet. Nothing like messing up on live television. All right.
It's not messed up.
All right, I'm gonna clean this off.
It's not messed up,
And
it's
I'm
organic.
gonna use window cleaner because I don't want to clean it off.
Alright, and then dry it off.
I am drying it off. Wait a minute. Kind of squeaky sounding.
Okay, just
Hold on, I
gonna
don't know if we got
offload my
smears.
brayer here.
I just want to make sure there's no smears.
I feel like you have some right here.
Oh yeah. I do not.
Just careful not to get my wreath.
I know, I'm being careful. The wreath is pretty dry.
Okay, here we go.
Hold on, I got smears.
I'm just gonna start to load it, you'll be okay.
Okay, you can load it. Just don't stand until I'm.
Although I should have loaded it flat and not on these. Because now I've got paint where I don't want it.
We're all kinds of distracted up in this situation.
That's alright, this is real crafting. This is how it really goes off camera.
Does anybody else have this problem when they craft?
You know, if at first you don't succeed, try again.
Laura said the same thing. She says, this is real life crafting videos. It's why we watch.
You know, I'd probably mess up on a project 4 or 5 times before I get it right.
What colors do I consider to be fall in the DIY line? Cherry picked, Hey Sailor, Queen Bee, all very fall colors. You've got your kind of eggplanty color, then you've got your mustard and your navy. So those would probably be my 3 fall colors, and they all pair well with blacks, whites, and apothecary, which is what I use most of the time in my shop. Does old and gray take a long time to dry? Cure? Nope. Just like the top coat's about 30 minutes and it's dry.
All right. Okay.
Kelly's
Hope I don't mess
says
this
I lucked
up.
out because her husband thinks that ink is only for pens. It's okay if it's not 100% perfect.
So part of my craftiness, I took 4 years of art in high school and then
Composition.
went on to do graphic design in college, which was like 90% art classes mixed in with some history and English and math, but like that's what I've done. And then I worked at Discount Tire the whole time. That's what paid the bills.
Hey, it's what gave us health insurance. Until we built up the Jami Ray Vintage empire so that way you could work with me.
You tell funny stories.
It's been good. All right, now
It's
here's
sticking to the glass. Careful.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so this one is just gonna go like.
You want it off center down there? I think if we just put it right there even with the knight and just
Yeah.
over farther.
Okay, but careful because this paint's
Hey,
still
you're
wet
ringing.
here. I'm ringing. No, I just have a reminder that I have cheer carpool in 2 hours.
Apparently that bypasses the do not disturb.
I don't think I have it on Do Not Disturb. All right, let that dry first. We have this other star.
No, I don't like that one as well.
All right. Okay.
I'm going. All right, so hold down right there for me. Or just hold this up.
Okay, I'll hold this up.
There you go.
So now we need like another something over here.
No,
Soft bound.
I
Yeah.
think the negative space is okay.
No. I don't. It's not working for me.
Then let's just center the wise men.
Oh yeah.
Wipe them off and we'll center the wise
Okay.
men.
Sorry guys, we'll get there eventually. You need a blow dryer close to the table? I know, right? We have a dryer, but this already, it dries pretty fast. Like this is already dry, this outside read.
Yeah.
All right. Those Wiseman were pretty dry, so we've got a slight bit of mess on our hands. Okay, I got window cleaner on this one.
I wouldn't, oh, don't do it. I got it mostly off.
I'm gonna do it.
Don't do it.
You're not the boss of me.
Why would you do that? It was ready.
Because when you tell me not to do something, then it makes me want to do it.
All right, now you got smudges and you got to dry that off. All right.
All right, do we have a clean paper towel?
Yep.
All right. Okay.
In just a sec, I'll flip it around and show you guys. We're gonna get the Wiseman back on there. Okay, your job is that dry?
I will not seal this. If you did want to seal it, then what you would do is you would add a little bit of Big Top or liquid patina in with your paint.
Hold this up,
Hold that up.
like right here
Okay.
where I got my finger.
Right here.
There you go.
And then it would make it more permanent. But honestly, once it's dry, especially after it cures for like a week or so, unless you scrub real hard, it's not gonna come off. You can just dry dust.
So if we weren't doing this live, I would have just let that dry and then gone over it. Oops, I got
We'll fix it.
a little excited there.
Got a little antsy with your,
Okay,
Jam.
just hold the top.
Just the top?
Yep.
Okay.
You're wrinkling me.
Oh, sorry. There. I want to make a shirt so bad that says you're not the boss of me. I say that all the time when I'm working out at Orange Theory and they're telling me to work harder and I'm like, you're not the boss of me, but kind of they are. So I do what they say.
You're paying them to tell you what.
I know. You know what? I need them to tell me what to do because I'm not an actually active athletic person, so I need them to push me. Sometimes they bring me heavier weights and I'm like, look, I don't have a heavier weight because I didn't want it. Okay, you're good. Okay, much better. And we messed up a little bit and they're not quite even, which I like. We got the memo about the gray shirts today. We actually match a lot. I told you, we spent a lot of time together. I have
It's funny 'cause
my
get-
Lehigh shirt underneath, my Jami
We
Ray
get
Vintage
dressed
Lehigh
at two
shirt.
separate times of the day, and I usually don't
Yeah.
see her before she's dressed because she gets up way earlier than I do.
Zeb stays up late and I wake up early. Look how cute that is. I stinking love that. I might be doing a few more Christmas windows today. Nice.
Organic. That. If anybody else is having a little eye twitch with this section right here, I get it. I'm with you.
It's fine. It's good. It's good. Very cute.
All right.
I
Is
saw
that other one
orange-
ready for a second coat?
Yes. I saw the first Orange Theory in my area, but not close enough to where I live. Yeah, my Orange Theory is like 7 minutes from my house, so any further and I'd never make it there. All right, let's finish this one.
Okay, we're just gonna do a second coat, so this one's real nice and
And then we'll
pops.
put the trees on and show them what it looks like, but they'll probably need a second coat, so.
Are we gonna have time for that? My phone might die.
Oh, I don't know. All right, let's just be fast. We gotta get our stenciling on.
Okay.
So we're using Salty Kiss, Carnival Red. I thought that aviator would be like my Christmas green, but I also love the Salty Kiss for the Christmas green. If this was not a window, we wouldn't have to do 2 coats, but windows are really slick, as you guys know, so the paint doesn't come on as good. All right.
I think this one's gonna be fun. We don't usually do a lot of multicolor stencils, but that's why we got the small brush.
All right, I'm out of your way now. All right, I need the red brush. Where'd that go?
It's right here.
How did you do those little berries with this big fatty brush?
I didn't. I washed my brush. I
Oh.
washed that brush.
The berries may not be in the second coat.
The berries are pretty red, so I think the berries might be okay.
I'll do the truck.
Yep.
Where's my red? Can you pass me the red paint?
You got to be careful up here though, because I masked that up. So.
I just need the red paint.
Oh. So just be careful of your tree situation up top.
Don't you worry about that. You know me, I always stay in the lines. Why are you
If you mean always, as in never.
Is it opposite day? Just gonna.
No, you're playing with fire.
I got it. This is why we made the little brushes, because this is not. I can't see past your big hairy arm. I did it! I did it. All right. Would I consider visiting Cape Town, South Africa? I don't know. How many hours flight is that? I almost died on the 10-hour flight to France. Seb wants to go to Australia, but then I found out how long the flight was, and I was like, I don't think I can do that. What is Orange Theory, Sandy? That's where I work out every morning. If you follow my Instagram or Facebook stories, I pretty much post every day that I work out. I post it. It keeps me motivated to keep on going. It's why I'm in such good shape. Just kidding. I still have the body of a mom who's had 5 kids, so let's be real. It's just a little more toned. All right, I think that's good. All right, we'll take that off. Now the black will not be as dark even when we seal it, probably, because we won't be sealing the side that's exposed, so it'll be a little bit more matte. That's so cute. All right, we're gonna add more trees though.
I don't know if I might have to.
Joanne says the spiders are too big in Australia. I did hear they had some big spider situations happening. All right, let's see if we get those trees on there.
Okay, I'm gonna hit this with the dryer real quick.
Okay.
And try not to break the glass doing it.
Is the dryer plugged in?
It's the heat gun.
Or the heat gun? Okay.
All right, get the trees out. Where are they?
Right there. So we're going to be adding Christmas trees.
Should we do the Christmas trees in aviary?
No, I think same color.
Okay.
So we're going to be adding these 3 Christmas trees to each side of this just to kind of elongate the stencil. And you can do that. You can mix and match stencils. You can use different parts of the stencil different places, or you can add stamps. Cindy says that you're the stencil master and I'm the empire builder. Zeb is definitely part of the empire building for sure. Ginger says keep it as is, but I'm gonna risk it. I just feel like it needs some Christmas trees. So, just gonna add those there.
Well, I don't think we got the 10% battery life warning just yet.
Yeah, so we're probably good for a minute. Okay, is that level, Zeb? It looks level to me.
Well, just bump it up against the side of the window.
Well, that's thinking that the window's square, because let's be honest.
Hey, you know what? These windows are pretty good for being probably close to 100 years old.
Sometimes I find things in old houses that I'm like, that is not square, not even a little bit.
Alright, I'm going in with the little C so we can knock this out. It's the biggest stencil brush we've got.
Alright, well I'm going to go in with this stencil brush. I'm going to offload in the middle of the tree. If you wanted to get real crazy, you could do like brown trunks, but let's be honest, I'm not going to.
No, I think just leaving it one solid color is fine.
Oh, you're going to do that tree? Okay, and then we're going to do those on the other
I'm
side.
going to come over here and even out your tree a little too.
They said don't add more. We just did.
It'll be okay. If we don't like it, wipe it off.
That's right.
That makes these seasonal, like if we wanted to change this same, if you don't want to buy
Yeah, if it doesn't sell.
30 windows or
If
whatever.
it doesn't sell, I could make it a spring.
So apparently our tree is not centered, or our truck is not centered quite.
Oh no. That's not gonna work.
Or maybe I'm just holding it too high.
No. It's not.
Here, we'll just do 2 over here.
That's weird.
It's not weird. We can just leave it like that.
No! Alright, hold on.
Here, you know what? Wipe that tree off. And
No,
we'll just do
wipe that tree off, and then we'll just do 2 right. Just do 2 right there. Like
Okay.
up, butt it up as close as you can. Closer. Under the F. Closer. Okay, now. I'll get rid of that tree. This tree never happened. So if you guys like these stencils we're using, we carry them at JamiRayVintage.com. But if you go to JRV Wholesale, we have a retailer map and we have over 50 retailers across the US, Canada, and Australia. And I think soon to be another country that I can't remember. Caitlin would know.
I think South Africa is where
Maybe
she
South
was
Africa,
asking.
yes. I believe South Africa is getting them too, but I'm not positive on that one.
I think
Caitlin
so.
and Mariah take such good care of my stencil retailers that I don't ever know what's going on. I'm busy doing all the other
We only
things.
ever find out if there's like a hiccup.
Well, and I'm designing stencils and making videos and stuff. All right, that treat never happened.
And those trees did. I like that they're different.
Yeah. Boom, baby. Ta-da!
There we go.
Okay, how much will I sell the windows for? So the windows, just as is, would be like $25. We'll probably sell for, or $20. So we just up the price, and they'll probably be like $40 to $50.
Yeah, because we would probably sell
45.
a wood sign for this size for about 25.
No, not that. It would be more than that. So maybe we'll do 45.
You think?
Yeah, 45. Because if they had hooks on the bottom, it'd be 60.
Okay.
And we could always add hooks if we wanted to, but 45. 44.95.
There you go.
Done. They're really cute though. I love them. All right.
Okay, let me show you the other one real quick before we go, and then we will be out of here, guys. Thanks for joining us for another Waste Not Wednesday.
Yeah, it was fun. We had a good time. I'll hold up this one.
Can we hold that one up?
Yeah, and now we've got 2 Christmas things that we can put up in the shop today. Boom, baby. All right, love you guys. Make sure you're hitting up JamiRayVintage.com for all the paint and products used today. JRVWholesale.com to find a JRV stencil retailer next to you. And if you're going to be coming to our grand opening, it's Saturday, October 26th, 2019.
We'll be here from 10 to 2, right?
Yep, and the shop's open from 10 to 4. We'll be bouncing at 2 o'clock because we have a playoff game to get to. So we'll see you Saturday or on our next video. Love you guys. Bye. Make sure that you give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more.
DIY.
Pop your head in. DIY.
DIY.
Bye.